So the other thing I want to address, and since the verbiage is so powerful, I addressed last week the word anti-whiteness. And I encourage that we not use the word anti-whiteness, that we use instead anti-whiteism. The reasons are several. And just to sum up, number one, beauty matters. Verbiage matters. The way things sound matter. That is why ugly names are given to ugly things, and sweet sounding words are given to sweet things. Whiteness, if you have, well, let me just step back. Whiteness is just, in fact, ugly. That would be if we were against anti-whiteness, you are then professing whiteness as the name that we have given to who and what we are and what we create. And whiteness is ugly. If you can't appreciate that reality, then you just have to accept from those who can that, in fact, when it comes to, I mean, it's why they don't, when they're going to market a new food to you, or they're going to market a new cleaner to you or something, the names are always neutral at worst, but they make them as positive as possible, because positive names are going to win. Neutral names they can work with, ugly things they can't work with. Whiteness is something that is ugly. So there's that to consider when it comes to saying anti-whiteness. The other big issue is that whiteness is a anti-white slur. It's a term created by the regime that has attached to it not only white people, but also institutional racism and all of these other anti-white superstitions. So first of all, we do not use the verbiage of white oppression. So we do not say things like racist. We do not say things like anti-Semite. We do not say things like anti-whiteness. This is the verbiage of white oppression. We don't use their language. This is something that I butted my head against for year after year, and now I can say decade after decade, with people in the movement who said, you've got to use, I think another super chat went by, and maybe if I can move up really quick. Hold on, it was a syrup, I think. I'll get right back to it. We've got to use the language and the ideology and the dialectics that empower us. So when you say, technically, well, first of all, by using the word whiteness, you instantiate it, you legitimize it. The same thing happens when you use the word racist. By using it, you legitimize it. You say it's a real thing. It has its power that it came to me with before me and will continue after me. And that is something you absolutely don't want to do. You don't want to legitimize their verbiage. We want to, in the same way that they dehumanize us, we want to delegitimize their verbiage. So, but when it comes to the term whiteness, if you say that you are anti-whiteness, effectively what you're saying is you are also in favor or anti-whiteness. You are in favor of institutional racism, because that is what they are opposing with that terminology. It also puts the ball in their court, in the anti-whites court, to define what whiteness is. And you are not going to win that game. Every time you will lose that game. They have the news and entertainment media. They have the universities. You will lose every single time. Everyone across the West knows what an ism is. I spoke about that a moment ago. Everyone knows it's a concept, and it's the actions that derive therefrom. So you can attach ism onto the end of anything. And every single white person out there, no matter how busy they are with their job, work, family, friends, etc., no matter how busy they are immediately going to understand what you mean by attaching ism. So when you say anti-white ism, they know that it's a concept. It's a thing, that people can be guilty of it, that ideas can be derived from it, that actions can be derived from those ideas. Does that make sense? You have then established this thought tree that people cannot escape from. This is what they do to us. This is the genius that the anti-whites use against us. And it is time that we turn the tables. And that's what we're doing here. We are turning the tables. So I'm not going to stop anybody from using. I wouldn't even dream of having such power. It's just impossible from using any specific term. If a person is stuck on saying or for example saying that they are a racist when they're charged with it, then go ahead and continue to lose thereby. But if you want to win, you can use these other strategies. So you're only selling yourself short. You're not harming me unless enough of you do it the wrong way. Then you will harm me because we won't save our society and our people.